I'm Sandy Alexander.
Sandy, please try to listen to me.
Please believe me.
I'm Sandy. Come on. We've got to get out of here. We've got to go to the cabin.
The cabin?
Yes, Jamie and Mac might be there. The hitmen who are after you might have them there.
Jamie and Mac, why?
Sandy, I have already told you this. Jamie was kidnapped because they thought he was you. Right.
Oh, yes, right. I understand. Here.
What's that?
I didn't hear anything.
Somebody's coming.
Cecile, I'm sorry. I can't remember anything. What happened to me?
Sandy, they gave you a sedative. That's why you feel the way you do. But they won't allow you to get out of here on your own, so we have to sneak out. But you've got to help me.
Okay.
Help me, please.
Yes, all right. Now, where? Do you have a car?
Yes.
Okay, good. What time is it? Is it still morning?
Yes, it's really early in the morning.
Good.
Sandy, we have got to get out of here now before they start checking beds.
Oh, blackbird, keep on singing.
Morning, babe.
Hey, hi. What are you doing down here so early? I thought you were going to sleep in.
Yeah, I was. But I got restless, so I thought I'd come down and get a little work done.
Well, sleep's not coming to me so easily either, Jason.
I know.
Did you hear anything from Ilsa?
No, not a word, thank goodness. I tell you, the voice alone was enough to ruin my entire day.
Jason, what if she got Sandy?
Look, Melissa, those thugs that Ilsa sent out here were going to check out a lot of places to find him, right? My guess is they didn't find him, so they packed up and went back home.
No, Jason, you know that's not the way Ilsa's people work. You know that they're going to stick to it. They'll never quit until they get what they want.
Well, maybe this time they did. Hey, come on. Don't worry, huh? I just hate to see you this upset.
Hey, Jason.
Larry, hi.
Larry, did you hear anything about Sandy?
No, Melissa, I'm sorry I didn't, but I do have some information I think you'll find pretty interesting.
What?
We just got word that Ilsa Fredericks was picked up and arrested.
Jamie. Are you all right?
Okay.
You sure?
The pain's not that bad. Really. Mac.
Yeah?
I had a dream just before I woke up. Remember that lake we used to go to?
Yeah.
You, me, and Mom.
I remember. I bought a cottage on it one summer. We still own it.
Well, I dreamt we were there. Just the three of us. It was a beautiful day. And I was lying on the beach. And I could hear the birds. And I was just lying there, and I looked down. I looked down, and I noticed I was in a business suit. And a vest. And a tie. I looked like I was ready for a board meeting at the complex.
I had a dream, too. But I'm afraid it was no more than wishful thinking. I dreamed we got away from here somehow. And when we got back home, Rachel was waiting in the doorway for us. This whole mess was over. It's gonna be soon, you know.
I know I said it before, but I really mean it now. If they let you go back to Bay City, you gotta promise me you won't come back here. You can't.
Rise and shine, Cory. Got a phone call to make.
And now, the continuing story of Another World.
Sandy, if they find me here, they'll never let you out.
Yeah, I know you're right, but listen, Cecile, we can't leave here together.
Why? Why? What are you thinking?
Listen, where'd you leave the car?
It's about 200 yards from the building. It's out that way.
All right, look. You leave first. You go to the car. I'll be right behind you 15
No,
minutes, okay?
no, Sandy, I don't want to do that. We should go together. If something happens, we shouldn't separate.
No, Cecile.
A few minutes ago, you were in no shape to go anywhere by yourself.
Yeah, well, I'm all right, Cecile. Now, listen, what we got to do is get out of here. We don't have time to argue,
All right.
okay? Now, look, listen to me. Listen to me. You go straight to the car and stay there, all right? Don't come back for me no matter what. I'll be right behind you.
Something goes wrong.
Nothing's going to go wrong, okay?
Oh, will you be careful?
I will. Cecile, thanks for everything.
Ilsa Frederick's arrested. Well, when?
Well, they picked her up late last night.
Well, I can't believe they finally caught that woman.
Well, it's true. They nailed her with murder, extortion, blackmail, not to mention prostitution and drugs. You name it, she had a hand in it.
Well, I'm not surprised about that. I mean, the woman ran a pretty big operation there.
Apparently that book Sandy presented during Blaine's trial was all the police needed to nail her.
Well, what took them so long to catch up with her? Sandy testified weeks ago.
Well, she disappeared for a while. And then when you're moving in on people like Ilsa Fredericks, you got to be real careful. Too many times they get off on a technicality when somebody tries to rush in and make an arrest. I think the police wanted to make sure they had all the necessary evidence before they brought her in.
Yeah, well, I don't blame them.
And there's no way those charges aren't going to stick.
That's a relief.
I bet it is for you, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I guess I'm free. Well, this is the first time in years that I'm not going to be worried about Ilsa Fredericks running my life.
That's right.
Thank you. Thank you, Larry, for coming over and telling us
Larry,
about this.
thanks a lot.
Hey, no problem. I figured you two want to know right away.
Larry, wait a second. You're not going to forget about Sandy now, are you?
Well, I'll keep my eyes open, Melissa. I'll let you know as soon as anything happens. But with Ilsa Fredericks in jail, I don't think Sandy has anything to worry about.
Well, Larry's right. With Ilsa out of the way, how could Sandy still be in danger?
Can I get you something? Coffee?
No.
You didn't sleep much last night, did you?
I know. I was afraid to. I kept thinking if I fell asleep, I'd have a nightmare, and it would turn out not to be a nightmare, that I would never see Jamie again.
Let me get you some breakfast.
Nothing.
Got to eat something.
I'm not hungry.
Well, will you do me a favor and try to get some rest today?
I can't rest. Not until Mac brings Jamie home and I know he's all right.
Well, in the meantime, you're going to have to be patient. Just wait.
I've been waiting. If this day goes on as long as yesterday did, I don't know what I'll do. Seemed like forever yesterday. There's only such something I could do to help. If I'd gone with Mac, if there was something I could do, I'd feel better.
It's impossible. You know, he had to take the money there all by himself.
Just be patient. Let him contact you.
I thought we would have heard from him by now.
Not necessarily.
But suppose something's happened and he can't phone us.
Stop it. It's just going to have to take some time.
I just didn't think it would take this much time.
Look, if you're that worried, then maybe we should call the police. I think we should have done
No.
that from the start.
Mac and I don't want them involved. That would hurt Jamie's chances.
It might be worse if they're not notified.
Look, they told us they would kill Jamie if we involved the police. Now, we can't risk that.
Okay, I hope you're right.
Maybe that's some news.
I'll get it.
Hi, honey. Mitch, do you mind? I'd like to talk to Rachel alone.
No problem.
Thank you. I came over to tell you how sorry I am about all this. So am I. I'd never do anything to hurt Jamie. You know that. I love him too much. I know that. After, I saw you last, I got to thinking about what you said. Don't think about that, Mom. Maybe you're right. No, Mom, I didn't mean any of that. I was so worried about Jamie, I was just not thinking about what it was going to do to you. Maybe I am to blame for what's happened to him. Mom, look, it's my fault. I didn't mean to hurt you. I really didn't. No, wait a minute. Just listen to me for a minute. I thought a lot about it before I decided to tell Mac about Sandy. I wanted to do what was the best thing for everybody, especially for Jamie. I knew if he was going to find out about it, that it should come from Mac and nobody else. That way Mac could explain it to Jamie, so Jamie wouldn't feel threatened. I know, Mom. You were right. I know that now. And instead of helping him, I ended up hurting him. Look, you did what you thought was best for Jamie. But it wasn't for the best, was it? No matter how good my intentions were, Jamie's in terrible danger now. I don't know what'll happen to me if anything happens to that boy. Don't do this. Don't do this. It's not your fault. It really isn't. Look, Mac had a right to know about Sandy, and you were right to tell him. Mac is only trying to help Sandy. I know that now. It was a mistake, Mom. A terrible mistake, but it had nothing to do with you. But if Mac didn't know about it... Please, it's not your fault. If anyone is to blame for everything that's happened to Jamie right now, it's me. It's my fault. Hello, the connection?
Melissa, it's me.
Sandy! Sandy, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Well, when are you coming back? Are you coming back to town?
Oh, slow down, man. Slow down.
Oh, listen, I've been so worried. I tried to reach you for days. I was sure that Ilsa's people had killed you or something.
I didn't know what had happened to you. And Sandy, Jamie never returned any of my messages. And then I couldn't get any answer at all. And I think that phone is disconnected from the answering machine.
Melissa, I told you, I'm okay, all right? Now, listen, it's Mac and Jamie that I'm really worried about.
Why? What's wrong?
There's nothing wrong, really. It's just, listen, did you call the police or do anything at all to try and find out where I was or what was going on up here?
No, I didn't call the police. I talked to Larry Ewing.
Great.
Well, I didn't know what had happened, and I was scared to death that Ilsa had killed you.
Listen, Melissa, I want you to go back to Larry and tell him that you heard from me and that I'm all right, all right? If Ilsa's people have Mac and Jamie, I don't want the police to get in the way.
Well, what are you going to do?
I think they might be in the cabin.
Well, what is it that you plan to do? You're just going to go in there and try to take them alone?
Don't worry. I know how these people think. I'm going to be very, very careful, all right?
Well, just don't take any risks, please.
I won't. Now just talk to Larry and make sure that the cops stay out of it.
Okay, I will.
I gotta get going. I'll call you if I can, all right?
All right. Oh, wait, Sandy.
What is it?
Ilsa's been arrested.
And Larry says that the book that you handed over to the cops is enough to put her away for a long time.
You know, Melissa, right now I don't know whether that news is good or bad.
Cory, we got that phone call to make.
I think he should be given something to eat.
He'll eat when we get around to it.
No phone call until I'm sure he's going to be given something to eat and drink.
You're not in Bay City now, Cory. See, I give the orders around here. You don't do what I say, I shoot the two of you.
And go back to Ilsa with empty pockets?
You know, that might be worth the chance at that.
Lenny, look, don't be a fool, huh? Ilsa has to have that bread. I'll take care of Alexander. Lenny, let him go ahead. A couple more minutes isn't going to make any difference.
Make it quick.
Don't worry. It's going to be all right. I'm not going to let anything happen to you.
Mac, remember what I said. Don't do it. I mean it, Mac.
Jamie, it's only money.
Cory, the party's over. You got a phone call to make.
Rachel, how could it be your fault? You didn't want me to tell Mac about Sandy in the first place.
No, I admit. I would have liked it a lot better if Sandy had never showed up here in Bay City. But he did. I was worried about what it would do to Jamie. But mostly I was desperately trying to find a reason, anything, any person who could explain why Jamie was going through all of his problems.
What are you getting at?
Jamie's problems began when I left Mac for Mitch.
Well, Jamie isn't a child. He would have accepted that eventually.
He had plenty of time, Mom. Didn't help. It only made things worse for him. I guess it was because our time here with Mac in his house, that was the happiest time for Jamie growing up. It was the time he felt the most secure about things, about his family. I turned that all upside down for him. I'll never forget his face that day I told Mac I was leaving. And how he begged me to go after him.
Jamie was under a terrible strain. I mean, what happened with you and Mac was only a part of it.
Yeah, but he almost went under because of that strain. And where was I? I wasn't there to help him. I was so wrapped up in my own life that I couldn't see what was going on right in front of my very eyes. I just turned my back on him.
Well, I don't think any of us really knew what was happening to Jamie then.
I should have known. I'm his mother.
Rachel, Jamie knows how much you love him.
I was just so busy lashing out at everything and everybody. I would have rather done that than face up to my part in all of this problem. You know, I've gotten so used to blaming Mac for everything that's happened to Jamie that I really do believe that he's at fault. Or at least I did. And then when Jamie went through all that terrible sickness from that overdose, Mac was the one that was there for him. I wasn't.
Jamie knows you were worried about him.
Yeah, but I certainly didn't prove how much I loved him then, did I? And then he wanted to check into that psychiatric clinic, and once again, I was ready to blame everyone for that except myself.
Honey, look, you're upset and you're exhausted, and I'll bet you can't remember when you had something to eat.
I just hope Jamie comes back safely, so I can show him how much I love him.
No, he will. He will.
I hope so.
Mac will bring him home soon, you'll see.
I hope so.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Are you going off duty now?
Why, yes, I am.
You're lucky. I'm just coming on. I don't blame you for wanting to rush out of here, but you forgot to sign the book.
The book?
Yeah, you didn't sign out. You know, there's sticklers around here for that kind of thing.
Yeah, boy, don't I know it. You know, it's just that, well, I've got a big date later. You know how it is. This place is kind of the last thing on my mind, you know?
Well, I guess I can't blame you there.
Yeah, well, the book.
Dr. Curtis, please call your service. Dr. Curtis, please call your service.
Okay, right, just, Okay.
I guess that does it. Thanks.
Sure. Enjoy the date.
Yeah, I'll see you later, okay?
I hope so.
Hey!
Great. Larry's news is supposed to cheer us up. So, how come we don't feel any better?
I know. I couldn't wait until Ilsa got off my back, and now that she is, I think she may be an even bigger problem.
Why are you so worried?
Ilsa's book, it could link me with Tracy Merrill's death.
Yeah, but you tried to stop the whole thing, Jason.
And what is it they say about the road to hell being paved with good intentions? I really don't think Ilsa recorded it quite that way.
Wish I could say something to make you feel better. I'm not so happy about her being in jail either.
You? What, are you kidding?
Nope. If she was still operational, at least Sandy might have some time.
Well, how do you figure?
A greedy woman. See, she would never finish a deal, close a deal, if she thought there was more in it than she'd originally bargained for. So maybe Sandy could have played on that a little bit. Bargained for a little more time.
It's so strange, isn't it?
What is?
We both thought that having Ilsa out of the way would be the answer to our prayers. But now it seems like the lady is even more dangerous, locked up. I'm scared, Melissa. If she talks about Tracy's death and my part in it.
Come on, Sandy. Where are you? You've been here by now.
Hi.
What happened to you? Where were you?
Listen, I'll explain later, okay? Let's get going. Fast.
Did something happen? Something go wrong?
Maybe, Cecile. Maybe. Come on.
Yeah, I just had a call from the Harrow Clinic.
Something wrong with Jamie?
I'm afraid so. Jamie's left the clinic.
You mean he just walked out?
Well, he did ask to be released last night, but Dr. Feldman denied the request. He didn't think that Jamie was in any shape to be out on his own, especially now.
What do you mean now?
Well, when Jamie found that he wouldn't be released, he got very upset. He started claiming that he wasn't Jamie Frame at all. And if he wasn't released, that people's lives were in danger. Anyway, he became uncontrollable, tried to force his way out, and they had to sedate him.
I didn't think Jamie's symptoms were that serious.
Obviously, his problems are a lot worse than any of us realized. He has certainly displayed some alarming patterns of behavior at the clinic. His latest episode, well, it does indicate a very severe emotional disturbance.
But how did he get out?
He stole an orderly's uniform and he walked out. He had to sign out as an employee on some register or something, and a receptionist noticed the strange signature, so she alerted Dr. Feldman.
And then he's out there alone.
Yeah, I know. Doesn't seem to be an awful lot we can do about it.
There's got to be something we can do. Can't just let him wander around.
I don't know. We can hope that he has sense enough to come back here to Bay City.
Tell Mr. Warren it's Mackenzie Cory.
Good morning, Mr. Cory. I've managed to secure that $100,000 in the small bills that you requested. I should have it ready for you by noon today.
Thank you, Mr. Warren. But I'm afraid I must ask you to raise another $100,000 also in small denominations.
But, Mr. Cory, that will take some time. It's already been very difficult gathering what we have thus far.
Mr. Warren, I appreciate your effort, but I need that money. I expect you to spare no effort to raise it exactly as I ask you. Do you understand? If you have to go to other banks, go to other banks, but get me that money.
Mr. Cory, it might be best if we just transferred some securities and I prepared a check for you. That way there would be no delays. And besides, Mr. Cory, cash is much more difficult to transport.
Mr. Warren, I need cash. If I'd wanted a cashier's check, I would have asked you for it.
I see, Mr. Cory. I'll do what I can.
See that you do.
I assure you, I'll do my best.
Fine. I'll pick it up personally.
Very well, Mr. Cory.
You're a tough guy, Mr. Cory. You had that banker scared out of his wingtips.
I told you I'd get you what you wanted.
Well, that's a smart move, Cory. It's a smart move. Because, you see, if you didn't, I don't think you'd like the consequences.
Now, you have got to keep your part of the bargain. I'll get you the money. But Sandy is not to be hurt again. And when I deliver you the money, we are both to go free. That's our agreement.
Now, let's take this one step at a time, all right? First, money. Okay? Then we'll worry about my half of the deal. You big guys are always impatient, aren't you? Used to getting things your own way. I'm running the show now. And the way things look, I'm the chairman of the board.
You know, we may be wrong about this, Cecile. And there's a good chance that Mac and Jamie aren't even in there.
But what if they are?
Yeah, I know. Listen, I'm going to go have a look around.
All right, I'm going to go.
No way, Cecile. You're going to stay right here.
Sandy, maybe I can help you.
Look, Cecile, I'm just going to go take a look and see what I can find
Sandy,
out, all right?
I want to go. I want to go with you.
You're going to stay here, Cecile. And look, I don't think you really helped me anyway, okay?
Oh, really? I think I was doing a pretty good job before. You'd still be locked up in that clinic if it weren't for me.
I'm sorry, Cecile, but this is different. Ilsa's people mean business. It could be very dangerous, okay?
All right.
Okay, good.
Listen, what are you going to do? What are you going to do in there?
The way I figure it is that Mac is probably meeting with these guys someplace else, okay? Now, if Jamie's in there, he's either alone or at least he's not too heavily guarded.
And then what'll you do?
Well, it's simple. I'm going to bring him out.
Oh, you're going to bring him out? What, are you crazy? So much could go wrong, Sandy.
Look, Cecile, I've been in a lot tougher spots than this one. If Jamie's in there, I can bring him out. Now, trust me, all right?
I can't just sit here, Sandy.
That's exactly what you're going to do, Cecile. Look, if I bring Jamie out of there, we're going to have to move and move fast because those people are going to be on our tails. Now, I want you here, Cecile, ready to move, okay?
Okay, I'll be ready.
Okay, wish me luck.
Good luck. And will you please be careful?
Yeah, I will. I'm not going to take any chances, Cecile. Because this time, we all have too much to lose.
Come on, answer.
Who are you calling, Rick?
Jamie.
Jamie's at the Harold Clinic.
He was at the Harold Clinic.
What?
He called Russ this morning. Jamie left the hospital against his doctor's advice, and now no one knows where he is.
Oh, no, Rick. What does Russ think?
Russ is very worried, and so am I.
Look, maybe he went back to the penthouse. He's just not picking up the phone.
Well, that's always a possibility, but
Why don't we just take a ride over to the Bayview Towers this afternoon? I mean, that way we can make sure if he's there or not, and if he's not, we can check on Cecile, make sure she's okay.
that's a good idea, and I'll pick you up after I get off here.
Okay.
All right. You know, despite everything that's happened between Jamie and me, I'm very worried about this. I feel like I'm to blame for this happening.
Rick, that's ridiculous. You had nothing to do with Jamie's problems.
Yes, but I had a hand in his recovery when he was here.
What do you mean?
Russ didn't want to release him from detox when he was here in the hospital, but I told him he should. I said that we had to give Jamie a chance to rebuild his life.
You only did what you thought was right at the time. You had no idea about his condition up at the clinic.
Marianne, I was close to the case.
So were a lot of people.
Yes.
And everybody else thought he was recovering, too.
I should have known. It's my fault and my mistake. And because of that, he could be in very serious trouble right now.
Ready to leave?
Yeah, you dismissed her.
What you want?
To talk. We made up.
Good, I'm glad.
Can't stand it when we're fighting.
Well, you care too much about each other to fight.
Guess that's why we fight so much. We're so much alike. We're both so proud and stubborn.
I think you might be right about that.
At least we don't stay mad at each other for very long.
Do you feel better now?
A little.
Well, do you want to go back to the gallery? Maybe get out of here for a couple of hours?
No, I have to stay here.
Well, if they need to reach you or call you, they can call the apartment.
I can't leave here until I hear some word from Jamie.
Okay, I just thought you might want to get out for a while.
Listen, I'll be all right here now alone. Okay?
Good to be going.
Mitch, you understand why I want to stay here, don't you?
Yes, of course.
I'll call you later, okay?
Okay, get some rest.
All right, I will.
how'd you get here? I mean, how'd you get out of the clinic?
Keep it down. Keep it down. Look, I'll explain all that later. First, let's just worry about getting you out of here, okay? Listen, you gonna be able to move, my friend?
Yeah.
What's...
Shh. Sandy, we can't leave yet.
What do you mean we can't leave, man? We haven't got much time now. We gotta get
Jack's in the other room.
Look, first let's just worry about getting you out of here, okay?
Sandy, there are two of them in there. It's gonna take two of us to overpower them.
Buddy, you're not really shit to overpower anybody. Now let's do this my way. We're wasting time, okay?
All right.
Okay. Take it slow, man. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Come on, lean on. Lean on. That's it. Okay, go. Easy, easy, easy.
Hey, Melissa, I got your message down at the station.
Oh, well, but you didn't have to come all the way over here. You know, I could call you on the phone, or I could just make arrangements, see you some other time.
There's no bother. What's that?
Well, it seems that this is a day for good news all round.
Yeah, how's that?
Well, first you told me about Ilsa's being in jail, and then I finally heard from Sandy.
Sandy called. When?
A little while ago.
Is he okay?
Yes. Yes, he's fine. He's great. You don't know how glad I was. Oh, to hear his voice.
Yeah, I bet. Where is he?
He's in Indiana with his sister, just the way Rachel Cory said.
Oh, then he was there all along.
Yeah. He said he just didn't feel like talking to anybody, so he cut out of town.
Yeah, well, I can understand that. I would think that he'd at least let you know how he was doing.
I thought the exact same thing. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what I told him. But I guess it's really my fault. I know him a long time, Larry. And he's done things like this before. You know, he'll suddenly leave town, and then just as suddenly he'll come back.
But he hasn't been in touch with anyone.
No, not that I know of. Well, except for Jamie.
Oh, Jamie.
Yeah. They got very close, you know, so Sandy was very worried because Jamie had, committed himself to the psychiatric hospital. But he talked to him, and he says he's much better, and the doctors think he's going to be fine, no problem.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. I know his family's really been worried about him.
Well, listen, I thought you'd be really much happier to hear about this. You know, now you can finally go back to your own work.
Yeah. Yeah, well, thanks for letting me know.
Larry. Thank you.
Hey, look, I didn't do anything.
Yes, you did. Really. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. And how good I feel knowing that Sandy's safe.
Yeah, me too.
Well, hey, you don't look very relieved.
I am. I just can't shake this feeling that there's more to this that you're not telling me.
When you get to Bay City, you go straight to the bank. No side stops.
I'll make arrangements to pick up the money as soon as I get to town.
Good. And you come straight back here. Remember, no police.
I won't call the police. I haven't called them yet.
I'm just saying in case you're thinking that way, because if I even smell a cop nosing around here, that boy in there is dead.
How you feeling, man? What's bad? Yeah, I know. Look, I tell you what, I'll get you to a doctor as soon as I get you out of here, all right? Okay, just hang on a while longer.
I won't call the police. But you have got to promise me you won't hurt him again. I'm telling you, if anything happens to that boy, if it takes me the rest of my life, I'll make sure you pay for it.
Look, Cory, I already told you. Alexander's gonna be safe as long as you play by the rules. And you're in no position to be making threats anyway.
You just make sure that he's well taken care of.
Okay, let's go. Come on. Just to the window. Here we go. Oh. Sit down. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. It looks like we're home free. Okay? Looks good. Come on.
Look, we get what we want, and we give you what you want. It's as simple as that.
Up and out, buddy. Let's do it.
You watch Cory. If he moves, kill him.
Lenny, will you calm down? That kid is in no shape to do anything.
Yeah, you want to take a chance on that? You do what I tell you. I'm going in.
Are you all right? Yeah. Stupid. Okay, look, Jamie, we're gonna have to move fast now. I'm going out the window first. Right. Once I get out there, I'm gonna lean back in and pull you out with me, okay? Okay, let's do it. Sandy, we can't leave Mac here. We can't do that to him, man. Jamie, I told you I'm coming back from that. Now, first things first. You ready? All right. Let's do it. Come on. Come on, man. Hurry. Hey.
Ah! Hold it, Golden Boy. One move, you're a dead man.
Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Another Work.